Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Iwaju, A Day Ahead. And I realize after watching this documentary that that's what Iwaju means, a day ahead. There's another word there that is part of that. I think it's Ojo, and they just removed that. They just called it Iwaju. And I'm pronouncing it correctly, as I wasn't sure yesterday if I had been or not. But it is, despite the accents, they don't really change a whole lot. It's Iwaju. And this is a documentary about what it took to bring a animated, futuristic sci-fi story set in Nigeria to Disney Plus, to Disney itself. In fact, this came from these three guys. I don't see the name. Dang it. Well, you have to watch the documentary. It's actually kind of inspiring because they have their own little production company. And again, they grew up watching, American TV and anime and playing video games like Legend of Zelda and things like that. And they're geeks. Yeah, they enjoy their all the different media. But there's rarely stuff that was in from Africa itself. And very often, if you did find it, it was like at a small, maybe a Comic-Con, maybe a comic convention in Lagos. Lagos. I say Lagos. It sounds like Legos, but it's not. It's Lagos. Lagos. I'm saying it just slightly wrong, I think. Either way, that's the one of the main cities in Nigeria, and that's also where this story is set that we watched yesterday from the series called Iwaju. And these guys are from all over Africa and beyond. And one of the guys even lives in the UK, and which is not Africa. The other guy's from Uganda, but it's a Pan-African effort. There's people from all over the continent in different countries within Africa that are working on this project to give it the most authentic flavor possible. But because it's set in a specific place, but yet in a more future situation. Do not expect to go to Lagos and see hoverboards and flying cars and all sorts of other wild robot things. That's not a thing. But there is still a wealth disparity, as there often is in most populated parts of the world, populated by people who are rich and who are poor. And that's the element of that story. But we already talked about that yesterday. What this tells us is that these guys basically just said, you know what? We don't have a whole lot of stuff coming out of Nigeria. It's not representing our people. And so why don't we create something ourselves and kick Disney's butt? And that actually got somebody's attention. And Disney called them up and said, hey, we like telling stories from different cultural views, different cultural locations with creators who are from those things. Not just have a bunch of guys in California go, hey, let's do an African story. No, let's do an Icelandic story. Let's do, let's do an Indian story. Like, they went after the guys who not went after them like don't do that. No, they went after them and said, hey, maybe we can work on something together. And that was the beginning of what became a beautiful friendship, as far as I know. At least that's what it shows here in the documentary. It's an hour and 12 minutes long. It's from this year. It's 2024. Or last year. Sorry, I'm still getting used to the calendar change. From 2024. And it is, it's kind of something that you normally don't think of. Like if I just went, hey, Disney, you should make a series with me. And they go, oh, okay, yeah, sure, let's totally do that. You don't expect them to actually respond. You don't actually expect them to go, yeah, you're the guy. Let's make it a thing. Let's do an animated series based on you. No. My cultural experience here in my apartment in Los Angeles. No. I don't see a pop culture geek uh, animated series anytime soon. But call me. Anyway, so yeah, this is kind of a guys having different strengths, different abilities, and in being creative and in organizing their plan to take over the world with their storytelling, and working with Disney, with people who understood their desires and their needs and their focus to make this truly an African, a Nigerian, and a Lagos specific location. Everything from the food, the music, the geography, the just shopping districts, the traffic, the just everything. And you get to see how it all gets put together in a way that ends up in an animated series that so far is 6 episodes. Maybe there's more to come in the future. They didn't state. But one of the fun things I noticed in this was at the very end, when they first presented their thing, their series, it was done at D23 Expo in Anaheim, California. I don't think it was this last one we had in 2024. It was probably the one in 2022 because things were set up a little bit differently. But so yeah, it's actually kind of fantastic that it's come together like that. I didn't see them on the floor as far as I remember. I didn't take their picture or anything else because I was there. And I didn't get to go into the panel that they presented these things. So it was kind of neat, though, to see them in costume, in a sense, in representing their work and all the work that went into it, standing in front of 7,000 people cheering them on. So that had to be exciting. So it definitely something worth checking out. If you're all into creating something that you think, well, you know what, don't wait for Disney, by the way. Don't wait for Disney to call. Don't taunt them. Don't say you're going to kick their butts. You don't have to do that. You can, but you don't have to do that. Still be creative. Still create that thing that you have building and burning inside you. Take it on. And then maybe someday, maybe Disney will call. But don't count on it. Don't count on it. Count on yourself. Make that creative effort to create the art you want to have in the world. Let's pick tomorrow's episode. 80. All right. 80. Okay. Dang it. We got another one of these situations where I put the documentary in. The documentary in for the show that I haven't watched yet. I don't think I have. Where is this? No. It's... Yeah. It's not right next to each other. Because the documentary has a slightly different name. Okay, yeah. It also exists that I haven't watched yet. Dang it, we're gonna do this twice in a row. I've never done this before. I'm serious. This is all random, and this is what I get. I think I originally had not had this documentary included, but I figured, we're running low on episodes. We're not going to last another year, probably. I don't know. You can add all the ESPN Plus stuff you want, but I'm not adding it. I'm sorry. It's just a football game is a football game. It's awesome, great, but I'm not going to sit here and talk about your football game. It's just not going to happen. All right, so what we're going to do, I'm going to tell you what number 80 is, and then I'm going to tell you what we're going to watch tomorrow, which is the actual episode of a series, and then we'll watch the documentary about that series. Okay? So number 80, randomly selected here, is extra episode or not, behind the scenes of All the Same. So, okay, All the Same is the series, and it's a foreign series. It's not U.S. based, and All the Same or Not is number 14. So, All the Same or Not, we're watching tomorrow, and then the documentary the day after that. I honestly, I would not have planned this way if I had the choice, but I don't want to do the documentary and then watch the series days, months, weeks later. It just doesn't make sense. So, All the Same or Not is literally the title of the show. Is what we're watching next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.